A little bit of a banger as well. Alright, set up, and we're going to start off this BO5. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, this is going to be the red Zerg player. This is Serral. I say, just good to cast all the Serral games. Don't get to see many of them. May as well cast anything you can when this guy's name is in the replay folder. And, yeah, obviously, he's a big favorite in this group. He was a big favorite in that last match against Ryung, and he showed us why. Very confident, very calm. A couple of moments where Ryung has an opportunity, perhaps. But it's still just like, it's not really an opportunity, it's just like, it's one of those moments where it's like, Ryung is in an okay position, and he's doing the right thing, but Serral just has the game still very well controlled, and he doesn't let that opportunity be anything more than a fleeting glance of a moment, rather than anything actually happening. Incorporeal 4, map number 1 of this BO5. Zoun, the opposition to Serral here in this one, so he's going to be the blue Protoss in the upper left-hand corner. This tournament as well, by the way, guys, obviously they're playing for a spot in the playoffs, but don't forget that this also turns into an offline tournament. The final 4 will travel to Paris and play offline to round out the tournament. So that actually happens in a few weekends' time. I'm actually away that weekend, so I won't be able to cast that one live. But I will be here for the first 2 days of the playoffs today, on Saturday and Sunday. So it should be some good fun. As you see the Proby coming around, nibbling up at a drone or two. The spawning pool coming down the back of the main base as well. Let me just take a few moments to keep on setting up here. Nexus and the Cyber Core all building into play. And can't wait to see what our next few moments are going to give us for the next little while. Just going to be seeing the drone coming across. Links Overlord all coming up. Cybercore and the Nexus building as well. Couple Lings just gonna go chase that probe, and we're just gonna see the Queens and the Ling coming back around. Obviously, Ling speed coming online. Serral ZvP. It was always such a monstrous matchup for him. I do remember the one time Serral had that, the one previous game of ZvP he lost was against Zoun in the DreamHack season finals. It was because he didn't target a pylon during a Queen walk. If he targeted that pylon, it would have been a flawless tournament from him. Every time I see Serral Zoun, I always think of that. The one game Zoun stole when nobody else was able to steal anything in the slightest. Adept will gather and just sit at the front and just look for an opportunity to try and sneak by, maybe try and get some damage done. Wing is going to be there. Adept is going to take a few more shots. Adept is going to hop on in toward the main base. Just going to see a little bit more of what's going on here. The Link speed coming through. Phoenix, the Warp Gate coming about. The Oracle is building. But Phoenix pops and is just going to take a few steps out to the front. He's going to activate onto the Overlord to make our way through that right off the get-go. And the Overlord is going to be taking some heavy hits, so Overlord taking some big damage. Again, the Warp Gate and the Oracle still building through. Phoenix really is making a go at the Overlord, and is going to be able to get rid of it, so Overlord will go down. See, Phoenix early has always got a little bit of a question mark. To me, it's always that suspicious, like, well, what are you trying to do? But honestly, the Phoenix, I'm not even as sure, because obviously if it's a Void Ray, I'm maybe more suspicious, really looking to deny Overlord's a Phoenix. I'll give you a bit of scouting info as well, a little bit more of kind of speediness on the map. Less impactful if it takes a step on the map and then ends up out of position, for example, right? So, cool things to look at there as the Queens will be in position. There's a couple of drones coming back around. Zerglings make their way up toward the top side of the map, and we'll just join up over here to, again, look to maybe make a play in the next few moments. A few Zerglings kind of splitting apart here and there, figuring out where they want to go to. The Evolution Chamber already halfway done, and add a few drones to that. Add a couple Zerglings to that, and the Overlord. And we continue to look pretty decent as the Lings. Yeah, we'll just stay on the map. 2 Oracles and the Phoenix together. I mean, if you lift up a Queen, you can sometimes overwhelm the defense, which I have to imagine is something of the plan, but there's going to be 4 Queens in position on the natural. Maybe the opportunity to do that hits in the main. There you go, lift up that Queen, and then you have a chance, but there's still a spawn nearby. it's minimal what we can really achieve, and that means that this Oracle force gets turned away easily and comfortably, and Zoun will not find anything in the first 5 minutes of the game. What's the nicest SC2 metaphor for a wedding or a marriage? 2-base all in? Surely a 2-base all in is not what you want, right? Because it's just all or nothing right here and now. Surely a marriage is more of a fast expand macro game, you know? Setting up for the future. Maybe? Depends what kind of marriage you have, I guess. Maybe some marriages are 2-base all in. Melee upgrade and the overload speed coming through is obviously overload speed gives you options here as Serral to be aggressive as well. Drop lords become a factor with that overload speed as well. Zergling's going to look to jump onto the Adept, and we will have ourselves a little bit of down green done. I mean, obviously if you break through, then brilliant. Not sure if we will break through though. Another Adept's coming across. A few Zerglings get turned around. Drop a load in production. It's just units in the production tab right now. Serral not droning to the economy. You'd expect him to have 4 longer games. This does begin to look as though we're starting to get to a point where we are going to be sending this with Lingroach Ravager. Melee upgrade going to be finished as well for this. Oracle's pulled back down to the bottom. Storm, Blink, +1. Continue to build the gates and the robot facility coming online. Get that cannon added on as well. Just going to be seeing the Queen's going to be flaming. The Phoenix taking some shots. One Ravager will morph as the rest of the Lings just keep on producing the production tab. Going to threaten the natural. Obviously, breakthrough there, and you have a huge opportunity already as the other Stalkers that get warped in are not going to be able to make much of a defense. The Lings are into the natural already. Hey, Templars do not have Storm yet, so the timing of this is looking pretty good in terms of Serral's kind of time of it. The Dropper Lord does arrive with the Queens as well to protect against the Oracles a little bit. The Oracles which then chase into the natural. Losing the Cybercore as well means no more Stalkers to warp in, and they are the units which have the upgrade so far. Lings in the main end up getting a bunch of probes as well. Zoun is just not prepared enough for this at all. He's seconds away from having Storm at the very least. A couple of corrosive vials will come down toward those High Templar, but will not be able to connect just yet. 1 or 2 more Storms come down. Lings looking for the wraparound. Zoun just doesn't have enough. He drops a few Storms, but everything has gone wrong before Storm was ready, and the Storm will not be enough to save him here. Serral takes an opening game in convincing fashion here on Incorporeal. Performance, and they make it very difficult for the pros to really do much of anything. Pros not really able to get set up or anything at all there, so... Trying to find... Indeed, there we go. Serral will be in the upper left and Zoun in the bottom left of Persephone for game number 2. That's underway. Pro building, Overlord about to finish. We got another gateway on the way through and a couple more drones in. Drone pulling up towards the top side is going to be hanging about for a little bit. Gate and the assimilator coming through. Naturally, a couple of drones coming alongside everything else there as well, so a little bit of gain initially. Going around the back, a couple of drones getting chased. And just going to be seeing the next going down as well. Alright, sorry guys, just replying to someone quickly. Anyways, we get back, not really much going on just yet. A few moments of setting up. was going to see that probe moving around. Stargate is on the way through. Yeah, everything looking reasonable for the moment. Stargate just building by. Up a couple of Lings chasing after a probe. The Ling speed is going to be on its way. And Zoun opting for the Stargate is not really anything too surprising just yet. So the Stargate on the way out, like I say, really not a surprise at all in that regard. So we get that set up. And yeah, a couple of probes move around. The Ling speed is about halfway done. Depth will shade, a couple Lings gathering, Queen going to be right there. Oracle and the Warp Gate still joining up together as you can see the Probe and the Stalker joined right now. A couple of Queens will join, the Ling speed coming through. One's going to get wrapped around, the Depth going to get caught looking for the other. He's doing a great job again. Some wraparounds there again. Oracle on the Warp Gate coming through. Drones and the Overlord coming up. Queen finishing very shortly as well. Also just steps in and a couple of drones already taking some shots. Nibbles still coming by, then the Stalker wants to get after that Overlord. The Oracle still sitting overhead, hanging about for the moment. Oracle activates, a few Zerglings get turned around the other direction. Still got the Twilight Council and Nexus coming online. Let's just gather up in the healing shrine. Actually could have healed a couple of them up further, but they're not sat in it. Not really a big deal. Couple oracles coming around, stasis towards the landing. Again, just gonna be seeing the Rotor on the left. Still building up, the Evolution Chamber coming by, the Blink and the Gateways building up as well. So, it's gonna have ourselves the Oracle dropping a little stasis ward down. And Lings just gather +1 in the Blink. Coming in for the moment, the Oracle's gonna step across. Right there. Stalker step across, Blink gonna be done soon. Got a couple of Oracles working their way down. Blink's gonna get into the drop lord and go for a little drop into the main base, looking for some damage. Looking for the drop lord to unload into that main base. The few Stalkers gonna get in towards that upper right hand side. Let's get turned around. Stalker's in position. I mean, they push up this right side from Zoun, looking to really get the aggression going. Couple stays towards, but at the same time, the Lings on the other side are causing trouble, forcing a warp in, forcing some attention over there, and getting a good few probes. Meanwhile, Serral has defended that main offense in the upper right, so no progress here for Zoun, who gets taken away from that upper right-hand push. Now on his way to Storm, now on his way to charge. So he is on his way to a strong follow, but there's also Mutalisks on the way from Serral. So Serral setting up into the Mutas into this next phase of the game. Some missiles continuing through as well. It's going to start that fourth base. Another round of drop load action maybe setting up to be used as well. So something else maybe see coming through there as the Roach is set up. The Muta's going to go around the side. Storm available, so Zoun should have a bit of a better defensive setup than before. And it's not overkill on the Mutas. We are diving into a high den and infestation pit behind this. The Mutas are going to be this kind of group of Mutas, and that's going to be about it. See how much they can get done, see how much harassment they can find for themselves. As the Mutas head into the back of this main base, Stalkers instantly blink underneath, and the couple of Mutas get chased away with immediate effect. End up going over toward the natural expansion, flying out over here for a few moments. Stalker's going to be there still, hitting those Mutas heavily. More Stalkers blinking underneath one more time, and the Mutas still taking shots. Going to be a little painful right now as those Mutas have taken quite a lot of damage. At the same time, we did get rid of a few probes, and like I say, it's not like we're looking to maintain a super high Muta count, because we're not still building Mutas. We're actually going into the follow-up here, which is going to be everything else, right? The Lurker Den coming about as well, and yeah, just a little bit of everything else continuing through for the moment. So shoot or kill for the moment. Stalker's going to get a Zergling as well. Flying Roach will just knock down the rocks. The few Hydras gathered together. Stargate and the Fleet Beacon still building through. He's just going to get there, pushed away by the Stalker. Still going to use those as a threat though. Go push, Flying Roach getting chased around. The Hydras push back as well. Obviously, when you get to Lurkers, that army of Serral is really going to take a big step forward in the right direction. That's when it's going to become a whole lot scarier again with those Lurker upgrades finishing. That's going to mean that Zoun does have some time right now, though, to prepare. And he is going to start getting up his answer to the Lurkers, which will be the Tempests. And maybe we can get enough of those up that we can make something of this, as the Mutas are obviously pretty much dealt with at this stage. There's 5 of them remaining. Zoun feeling confident to actually move onto the map, so he's going to try and force Serral's hand a little bit, force Serral into some positions with those Lurkers, rather than letting Serral just control this game in its full. More shots coming through. Storm goes down on the Zerglings once again. I mean, Zoun's push out didn't last too long. He's now actually having to push into Lurkers, but did get into position here. That's kind of what we were trying to avoid happening, I believe, just with that push out, just to stop himself from being able to get sieged up as he wished to. Tempest being held back by the Mutas right now. A few Zealots running by on the other side. Some more Tempest coming out is a great sign for the long term of this game, but losing your 4th phase is not exactly going to help you too much. More Lurkers coming through. The Spire halfway done. Just going to be seeing the Tempest, the air weapons, and the +3 attack coming through. Stalkers will shoot. A couple Lurkers taking shots. Storm on the left side. If the Lurkers try and flank around, I mean, Zoun has the runaway potential right now and just kind of get some damage done while he kites out of here. It's good Storms as well, to be honest, but he's going to be on his final couple of Storms now. Does he have enough of everything else left, or has this game ended up being a bit too much for him? I think it might have just been a little bit too much, as a couple of Lurkers still getting shot at by the Tempests. I see the Zealots coming around the left side here. Could actually just get a few Lurker kills, or at least force the Burrow to slow down the advance. Zoun desperate to just get the 4th base back online. Mothership would be a great addition. Obviously, more Tempests are only going to help you as well. Turning around once again. A couple more of these Lurkers still getting shot at and shot down. More Zealots warping in. The Mothership coming online as well as we speak, as the Ling Roach takes another few steps forward as well. Lurker's going to be right there. Lurkers beginning to drop. also stepping through. It's another storm that comes down the Roach Lane portion of this army. As you see, this Nexus still in some trouble. The Tempest is still coming by. Also looking for their chance to just make their way over here, make their way through. Play cleanup. I mean, again, just another base going down, though. First now loses that top base, now he loses this bottom base. Let's take out the assimilator. Still going to see the +3 missiles, +2 flyer attack, +1 flyer carapace coming through. The Corruptors are going to make their way forward. Looking for the dive in here. They're not going to drop the plug in from the Mothership. Mothership will not last long. Overseers are nearby as well. And Zoun is not going to last long at all in this fight. He knows it. He taps out. He gives Serral game 2. And Serral sits a map away from advancing through straight off. And get this underway with Zoun in the bottom right-hand side, while it is going to be Serral sitting in the upper left. And we get into game 3 of the series. So, game 3, and we get a final map perhaps. If Serral wins this, he just advances through. Obviously, Zoun, do or die time. I like Zoun in the rest of this group, obviously, to get in against Serral. He must have beaten Bjorn already. Obviously, he would have to beat Bjorn or Ryung to get to the playoffs. I still like Zoun's chances getting out of this group overall. Well, Hatch Castle Pool coming through initially, just going to have our Nexus building up. Am I wearing a ring now? Yes. I am now wearing a ring. Thank you for the congratulations. As we can just see, yeah, Nexus coming up. We take a couple moments, obviously. This one. Not having anything, crazy going on just yet. Let's see the couple lings around the top rope going to get chased. Let's have the Stargate on the way through. Depth in the warp gate still building as well. Link speeds continue to come online. Again, Queen of the Hatchery continue to build into place. Got a lot of that set up for the moment. Yeah, just got that Stargate finished very shortly. What's up, Captain Canada 12? Thank you so much for the 7-month resub. How you doing? Happy Friday to you as well. Thank you so much for using a Prime on the channel. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting. As again, Oracle and the Warp Gate coming online. We see the Feelings and the Queens gathering up. Early game, again, just peaceful for the moment. Couple drones, couple lings, the Overlord and the Queen's all building, the Oracle and the Warp Gate coming online, the Nexus drops in. Everything looking pretty steady. Zoun just needs to get a bit more control of this game early, I think, is what it comes down to. his game so far, it's just been Serral able to really take control, kind of make the plays, show up with the different sets of units, and Zoun's always been somewhat scrambling in return rather than ever really being able to comfortably kind of pick through and put himself into some, better moments. Or, I mean, Zoun even really being able to make much of a play. No, like, he's had a few good storms here and there. He's had a couple of step outs onto the map, but in general, he's been the one that's been forced into playing the game that Serral is picking to play. So, definitely a factor. Just have the couple oracles hanging about. Stalker gonna go pinging at the Overlord. Overlord number 2 gonna get pinged at as well. Oh, Stalker number 2 gonna get pinging at that Overlord as well. Wrong way around. My sense is just get a couple oracles flying through the queens and into a spore, so actually taking damage and not getting to do anything yet. Now that that first oracle is hurting, gotta be very careful, because obviously that could go down very quickly if you're not cautious. And that would obviously be seen as a little bit of a disaster as well. Well, that comes up. Drones and overlords coming through. The evolution chamber will build. The roach run is about to complete. 5 additional gateways. Blink upgrade continue to come around. Probes still being produced for the moment as the oracles will set up overhead. The stalker going to fire. The zergling getting picked away at. Gonna drop a pylon down into the front here in the next few moments as the lab will finish. Things still building. As long as able to get a couple of grabs, they're going to be able to grab the stalker, and you do still just see Roach's queen. This one missiles on the Roach speed coming up. Blink about a complete. Stalker in the gateway coming online. All the stalkers can get turned around. The Roach Ravager stepping through. Nice Bile going to remove the stasis ward already. Going to make it a little bit easier for you to just go pushing on in. And Zoun's pretty committed to this. No +1 attack upgrade on the follow-up or anything like that. This is really him wanting to succeed with these Blink Stalkers. And if he doesn't, this series might just be done. Like I say, I mean, he needs to get some work done right now, but he's gotten pushed back already. Stasis does catch a handful of Zerglings. It's something at least. More corrosive bars. Stalker's still moving about. Just want to step forward once again. Just going to be having the Ling Roach Ravager looking to push through. I mean, Stalkers need to start blinking away. Some of them are low HP already. It's problematic, though, that so many of them are so low. Does not feel great. Coming in with another round of this. I mean, the supply advantage just isn't there for what it really needs to be. We just have another Ravager going down. Stalker's trying to fight. Roach Ravager still trying to stand strong. Again, the numbers just aren't there. Meanwhile, 15 new Roaches in production. Looks as though it's going to be plenty. As we have the Stalkers continue to be chased out of here, pushed back. I think we're really on the verge of seeing this one go. Well, quite simply put, away so. That's a nice stasis that might buy you a little bit of time, but that's really what we're able to see so far. More corrosive vials. Stalker still getting pushed back. GG's to Zoun. Serral will take the 3-0, man. It's kind of crazy. Just how good and how solid Serral is. So consistently as always. GG.